The Senate will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, please call the roll.
Senate District 31, vacant. Senators Bridges, Cook, Corum, Crowder, Danielson, Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Foote, Gardner, Janal, Gonzalez, Hill,
Excused.
Icy, Holbert, Lee, Lundeen, Marble, Moreno, Pedersen,
Excused.
Priola, Rankin, Rodriguez, Scott, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Story, Tate, Todd, Williams, Winter, Woodward, Senzinger. Mr. President.
Here. With 32 present, 0 absent, 2 excused, and 1 vacant, we have a quorum. Pledge of Allegiance. Senator Quorum, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members and guests, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the Journal. Senator Story.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the Journal of Friday, January 17th, 2020 be dispensed with and the Journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have, and the motion is adopted. Oath of office. The Secretary of the Senate is in possession of the certification documentation from the Secretary of State regarding the appointment to fill the vacancy created by the resignation of Senator Lois Court in Senate District 31. Mr. Carpenter, would you please read the certification from the Secretary of State regarding the appointment to fill the vacancy created by Senator Court's resignation?
State of Colorado Department of State Certificate. I, Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State, certify that the attached is a true and exact copy of the nomination by vacancy committee as filed in this office on January 17, 2020 by the Democratic 31st Senate District Vacancy Committee appointing Christopher J. Hansen to fill the vacancy in the office of Colorado State Senate, District 31, caused by the resignation of the Honorable Lois Court. In testimony whereof I have set my hand and affixed the Great Seal of the State of Colorado at the City of Denver this 21st day of January 2020. Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State. State of Colorado Department of State Certificate. I, Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State, certify that the attached is a true and exact copy of the acceptance of nomination by vacancy committee as filed in this office on January 17, 2020 by Christopher J. Hansen, accepting the appointment of the Democratic 31st Senate District Vacancy Committee to fill the vacancy in the office of the Colorado State Senate District 31 caused by the resignation of the Honorable Lois Court. In testimony whereof, I have set my hand and affixed the Great Seal of the State of Colorado at the City of Denver this 21st day of January 2020. Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State.
Chief Sergeant Lombardi, please escort Chief Justice to the chamber.
Mr. President, members of the Senate, the Honorable Nathan B. Coates, Chief Justice of the Colorado Supreme Court.
Will the Senator-elect please come to the well to receive your oath of office from Chief Justice Nathan B. Coates.
Ready? I am. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Christopher J. Hansen,
I, Christopher J. Hansen,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of State Senator
of the office of State Senator
to which I have been elected
to which I have been elected
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
The Senate will stand in a brief recess to congratulate our new senator. The Senate will come back to order. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 113, correctly revised, House Joint Resolution 1001.
Mr. Carpenter, please add Senator Hansen to the roll call. Introduction resolutions.
Senate Joint Resolution 3 by Senator Donovan and Representative Roberts concerning approval of water project revolving fund eligibility list administered by the Colorado Water Resources and Power Development Authority.
Agricultural and Natural Resources. Announcements. Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, you may see today that we have quite a full gallery, a lot of blue uniforms in the audience. These are our correctional workers who work for the state of Colorado, and they are here today to receive some recognition from us, and I will go ahead and read the tribute language that will be also read in the House, but just want to obviously extend our thanks to these critical employees in our state. So the tribute language reads, the Colorado Department of Corrections' 6,000 employees are being honored today for the significant role they play in the protection of the citizens in the state of Colorado. These men and women are charged with managing not only an incarcerated population, but also the parolees living and working in our communities. Extensive training prepare employees to perform under dangerous conditions while maintaining the safety and security of institutions 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. Corrections staff provide medical and mental health services, food service, academic and vocational opportunities, substance abuse treatment, cognitive and behavioral treatment, job training, and recreation in order to prepare the majority of the prison population for successful community reentry. Maintenance staff keep mechanical systems for 7 million square feet under roof at 20 correctional facilities in working order. The Colorado Department of Corrections' exceptional staff integrate the most current evidence-based national thinking strategies for prison population management. The members of the Colorado State Senate are proud to recognize Department of Corrections employees. We thank them for their demonstrated loyalty and dedication and for performing such a vital role in the criminal justice system and in service to the great state of Colorado. If you are a correctional employee, would you please stand? On behalf of a very grateful state, thank you so much for everything you do.
Senator Heisey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. For all of you staff, and for those of you here on the floor, thank you very much for what you do. I know you are rarely seen. You're behind the walls most of the time, but it's a dangerous job. I know many of you were probably with me on December 13th when we had the funeral for Sergeant Volth. It just highlights that the risk that you have at all times. And for the folks on the floor, these people have no control over who comes in or how many come in at any given time. Whether they get 10 in intake one day or 600 the next day, they are required to provide security and keep them safe. So thank you all for what you do.
Senator Phillips.
Good morning, Mr. President, colleagues. I would like to request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to stand in honor and recognition of the correctional officers that are here today. I want to thank you for your work and for your service, because you are truly on the front lines. When I think about the work that you do, you're really managing the climate within our jails. within our correctional facilities. And that's not easy to do. I believe that work is very complicated, it's very complex, and I think it takes a unique type of person to do that kind of work day in and day out. I read some statistics that says that we have about 500,000 correctional officers across the United States. I'm not quite sure. I think you said 6,000 here in Colorado, protecting those that are incarcerated and keeping our communities safe as well. So I just want to stand in honor of the work that you do. I appreciate the work that you do. And I stand in unison and in unity with my colleagues here in the House and in the Senate, appreciating all that you do. Thank you so very much.
Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. And colleagues, again, thank you for taking a little bit of time out of our day to recognize and acknowledge our correctional officers. And again, one more round of applause for our amazing state employees.
Senator Hansen.
Thank you. Mr. President, I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you very much. Members, thank you for your warm welcome this morning. I wanted to take just one moment to recognize some very special guests that I have with me. All of us stand here with the backing, the history, the love and support from our friends and family. I would certainly not be here without the guests who are with me today. I want to start with my grandmother. She has just turned 98 years old. Grandma Jerry, if you don't mind standing for one moment. She has driven all the way from central Nebraska to join us this morning. She has been with me, I'm going to say, since day 2, I'm going to guess, every step of the way. And I am so grateful for your love and support all these many years. Right next to her is my mother, Lana Holmes, who celebrated her 75th birthday. I know that's so mean of me to announce that right here at the dais. But we had a great celebration yesterday of her amazing life. She's been with me since day 1. I can say that with confidence. Her love and support every single day. I also have with me my incredible wife, Olka Joshi Hansen, my 2 sons, Sachin and Ashwin, and my father-in-law and mother-in-law, Shashi and Jyoti Joshi. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for this very special day. And thank you, colleagues, for the very warm welcome to the Colorado Senate.
Further announcements. Having no further announcements, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. One announcement, folks, if you haven't noticed, our friend and colleague, Senator Pedersen, is not here today. It's because she had a very special weekend where she welcomed her baby boy into the world. His name is unfortunately not Stephen. I was hoping I would get a shout out there, but Davis James Silveri was welcomed into this world on Sunday, January 19th at 11:59 a.m. and he weighed 7 pounds 6 ounces. And Brittany texted me this morning and said he loves to eat. I think she's probably not operating on a ton of sleep because of that eating. But mother and baby are doing super well, and I think there will probably be some photos out there soon. Super cute little baby boy. So hopefully keep the family in your thoughts, and I'm sure Brittany does not miss us whatsoever, but hopefully we'll see her at some point soon and congratulate her in person. So if you're watching, Brittany, and I sure hope you're not, congratulations. Mr. President, we will be coming back to, actually we're going to stick around for just one more second.
Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you. I just have a quick announcement. I wasn't quick enough. Tomorrow is going to be Cozy Day at the Capitol, which is the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative. So you are all invited to the West Foyer for a meet and greet breakfast beginning at 8:15 a.m. So we hope to see you there. There will be students, scholarship students, and recipients there in attendance, and they would love to meet you. Thank you.
Just as a reminder for the members, please be sure to refresh your memories on the difference between an announcement and a moment of personal privilege. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will be coming back to read some bills across the desk. Members, you don't need to be here. I move that the Senate stand in recess until 12 p.m. today.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted, and the Senate will stand in recess until 1200 hours today.